Welcome to the show, everyone. You know, I love to talk about everybody else. I really do. And what I love to do is get that information out to everybody out there. We're live on Facebook, so I do want to say hi to everybody out there as well. My first guest has been on with me once before. I have with me Craig Thatcher, and he is the Business Development Manager, I guess I should say that, with ADH Electric and Solar. Welcome to the show. You know, I know that a lot of people out there have had different kind of ideas about their thoughts on solar. And I think what I love about what you do is you're taking it, because you can go solar and still be paying too much money.
Correct.
And I want you to talk a little bit about ADH and what they do and how important it is for them to have you do what you do before they even decide to go solar.
Great question. Yeah, what we do is we educate the clientele. So if we give free quotes, and we'll come into your home and take a look at your lifestyle. Like if people have moved in, you got your kids moving back home, or maybe even your parents or something, you're using more electricity. Maybe you put in a pool that's using more electricity. You're using the air conditioner more than usual. What we do is we come in and evaluate it, and we'll help you make sound decisions, like sealing homes. If you have an electric water heater, there's no reason for that to be cooking all day long. Get a timer. They're easy to install. We can do it for you. Put it on for 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours at night. It's still going to stay warm for you. But yeah, we just educate the customer on energy efficiency.
And there's something that's going on that we want people to know, because, you know, now it's almost November.
Yeah.
Which we can't even believe that it's almost November.
I know.
But what's going on at the end of this year?
Oh, December 31st, 2025. The federal tax incentive, 30%, goes away. It was supposed to go until 2034. However, it got cut short because everybody's watching their spending in the government, so on and so forth, which is fine. But take advantage of it now. It's 30% tax incentive for clean energy usage, and we can get that for you and show you how to do that.
So, okay, you work statewide. You're rated with the Better Business Bureau, licensed, bonded, and insured. And their website is adhsolar.com, and their number is 623-688-0663. And let's say somebody has already gone solar.
Okay.
Can you come in still and come in and do a consultation and help them still save money if they're not getting what they want?
Absolutely. It's one of the things that we pride ourselves on. If you have an existing system, we'll come in and do an evaluation on it. Again, it gets into your lifestyle. Did you add a pool? Did you have more people come in or whatever? And a lot of people don't realize that uses more energy, and they don't do anything about their existing system. What we'll do is take a look at it, your current usage, and maybe just an add-on, a couple more panels, and that would save you more money.
Well, I think it's worth it. So everybody who even has solar, has gone solar, maybe check it out. Maybe you can save more money. That's what it's all about, right?
Absolutely.
Their number again is 623-688-0663. Okay, so what can consumers do to save money?
Oh, well, there's so many things. Like, for instance, check your insulation in your attic. A lot of people think that they have the desired amount, and they actually don't. There's a lot of low places. Insulation will settle over years. Replace your insulation if it's need be. Look for leaks and cracks in your window seals. If you've got old windows, they get warped, and sometimes they leak. Use timers for, like I said, your water heater. You can even get a timer for your air conditioner. So, yeah, just be conscious of your on-peak hours and your usage during that time.
But you can come in there and check it out and give them a list of everything that you see where they can save money.
Exactly.
And that's what it's all about today.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, okay.
No, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So 623-688-0663. They're statewide, licensed, bonded, and insured. And you can check them out on their website. It's adhsolar.com. So, okay, let's talk about the other services that you offer.
Sure. We're actually an electrical company. All our electricians are licensed. And we do anything from outlets to ceiling fans to whole addition, if you're adding an addition to your residence or business, that we can come in and rewire that for you. We do warranty work, electrical work, as far as full panel upgrades, EV charging stations. If you got a hot tub, you need power to go to that, we can wire that for you as well. So anything residential, commercial, wiring, no job's too big, no job's too small.
And one thing that I remember that August had said before is solar's the last thing that they are gonna put on with you. It's really more about energy efficiency.
Exactly. And like I said, we educate the customer, and we're not gonna sell you anything that you don't need. We're not that type of company. We're ethical. We give back to the community. We're just trying to help people save these ridiculous prices that are going on right now.
Well, and there's also people who have done things. This is, I think, the biggest part of getting over this one hurdle, right? Because some people do have a negative, they have negative thoughts about solar or batteries, things like that, that they've done, and they're not seeing results for what they're looking for, right?
Right.
And so, or you might talk to somebody and there's a bad story that you've heard and now you're afraid of it, but it is still the greatest thing since chopped liver.
Oh, absolutely, and that's what we do when we design a system too, is we take the entire environment into consideration. For instance, if you have a little sapling tree in the front yard and it faces south, your best sunlight's gonna come from the south exposure. Well, we want to take that into consideration because that tree's going to get bigger and it's going to create shade. So you're paying for a panel that's not doing any good. We come in, do diagnostics of that, an analysis of it, and remove the panels, get it out of the way. I've seen a lot of people with existing systems that run into that.
Well, I'll tell you something, folks, with the tax credit of 30% that is going away by the end of this year, a lot of people might say, well, it's going away, I won't have enough time. Do they have time?
As long as we get it in before December 31st. It takes a little while with permits and everything, depending on who your utility company is, APS, SRP, whatever. But as long as we can get the paperwork filed for you, you're good to go.
And the first thing you want to do is have them come in, have them do an assessment. I don't know what you call it, an assessment on the home. Find out, where is your money going? Because if it's going out the roof, and I think more now than ever before, it's all about maintaining, because nobody does that. How many people look at their attic?
Oh, very few people. Nobody wants to go up there, especially in the summertime in Arizona. But one of the things I hear in the industry is, do you want to save money or do you want to live a life of luxury? And what solar does for you is allows you to do both.
Well, as far as, I love it. Don't worry about him. So here's the thing, folks, when you do both, you first want to check and make sure that your house isn't just that the energy isn't going out the roof or wherever it could go, where you can save money, and then at that point, then you're going to know what kind of panels, how many panels, and all of that, making sure that you have enough panels. And even if you have an existing system, they can come in and they can do this for you as well. So you can call them. Their phone number is 623-688-0663. They're statewide. They're rated with the Better Business Bureau. They're all about excellence. They're all about integrity. They're all about making sure that you save as much money as you can, because that's what it's all about. And again, at the end of the year, that 30% tax credit is going away. So call them now. It's 623-688-0663. Hang tight. We'll be back in just a minute.
Cool, thank you.
We're still live here in the room.
My bad.
Okay. It's okay, because we're live on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, I did want to talk to you a little bit about when you come in, and how many times when you've come into an existing system where somebody had that, that you find that you could save them more money?
Probably not quite half, but about 40-45% of the time. That's the only time that we get a call is either, hey, I just bought a house and I want to add solar to it, or hey, I've had solar for 10 years and I'm not seeing any savings. We come in, do an analysis of it or whatever, and then we find those things. An inverter may be out, you know, because people don't do maintenance.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Right. It's so true. I mean, I think that like I said ever before, we need to maintain
Mhm.
and we need to check on things that they just don't. They
Yeah.
don't even look at their roof.
Nope, no.
And sometimes you could have not the right amount of panels.
Mhm.
I think that happens a lot.
Mhm. Yeah.
And they're not saving money. And what do you think about these door knockers?
It's a catch-22. Door knocking works because it puts you in front of the consumer, but you have to be an ethical believer in the company and the product. A lot of these people are just looking for a job, trying to make a sale, not looking at their needs. They'll just look at a year's worth of supply of usage and go, oh, you need a 10,000 K system, here, sign here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, maybe you don't.
Right. And the only way, what do you need for them to be able to start going solar?
Well, we take a look at at least a year's worth of utility bills. That gives us an idea of your usage, your peak months, so on and so forth. And then we can design a system at that point to offset it.
Well, first of all, everybody has to know what their bill means, they don't even know.
Mhm.
Honestly, they don't.
Mhm.
So, most people don't even wanna look at the bill, let alone, like, dissect it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, because like August said last time, if you look at your utility bill, it's full of fees and everything else why, you know?
Why? Because they can.
Yeah,
That is
exactly.
why. I
And-
mean, when you think about where you go to the ball game,
Yeah,
and who's sitting up in the big box seats up there?
yeah.
Why do they have that and not you?
Oh, the APS bill, suite
Yeah.
and the SRP suite, yeah.
They got it because they can.
Yeah, and we're trying to put a dent in that.
Here we go. Look. So welcome back, everyone. We're talking about electric. We're talking about savings. We're talking about solar. I said that last because it's so important for you to have your house assessed so that they know where that energy is going out the door, so that you can really truly save money on your solar at the end of the day.
Correct.
So let's talk a little bit about, I asked you during the break, when you go to somebody, what does it look like? You sit down and you talk to them. What do they need to give to you so that they can go, start going solar?
Sure.
What are the steps?
We really like to have a year's worth of utility bills, and then we can dissect that, see where you're using which month you're using the most electricity, so on and so forth. Then we can determine your usage, which then interprets into a right size system for you. So you're not overpaying. For instance, average home is 10K. A lot of people out there are charging $40,000 to $80,000 for a system. That's ridiculous. With ADH, no more than $30,000. We're actually below $1.50 below what other solar companies are selling their solar at.
And you're here.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not going away.
No, we got a lot of steady clientele because people know us as being ethical, community-driven company.
So when you also at break, you said this. You said a lot of people call you when they're buying a home,
Right.
and they want to put solar on,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Or they call you when they had solar already, and they're not getting, they're not getting the savings that they're looking for.
Those are two of the biggest calls. It's either for a new build or it's for they don't feel the consumer doesn't feel that they're getting their money's worth for their solar. So again, what we do is we come in, do an assessment. We can even do a diagnostics, take a look at it. It could be something very easy of moving a couple panels to maybe doing an add-on to checking inverters. A lot of people don't do maintenance on their solar system, which is a must.
They don't do maintenance on anything. We just spoke about that.
I know.
Right.
Yeah. So, and that's what we do is just we just come in and find the right size system for you, so that you can save money.
And even if you already have an existing system, they can come in and they can check out what you have.
Mhm.
Also, you just put in a pool.
Yeah,
Bingo, that's something that's gonna make everything go up,
yep,
right?
yep.
Or you might have an old, system, you know, heater and all of that. So, you know, sometimes just changing that, you said, or even like adding a timer. I mean, that just seems so, small.
Yeah, it is, it really is. It's all out there, and that's what we do. We show you ways to save money without a ton of out-of-pocket expense, because there's really no need for it. But we just want to take a bite out of these overprices of electrical usage. Like I was talking to you earlier, if a consumer was to look at their utility bill, they would see nothing but fees.
And I asked you, you said, I don't know why they do that, and I said, because they can.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't like that, and I'm sure our customers don't either. That's why they call us. So we can come out and take a bite out of that.
So again, their phone number to call is 623-688-0663. They're statewide, they're rated with the Better Business Bureau, they're licensed, bonded, and insured. They do free quotes, they do free consultations, whether you have an existing system or not. And it's right now is the best time to do it, because folks, that 30% tax credit is going away. And because
Absolutely.
that's going away, now is the time to call. Have that consultation with them. Let's find out how they can help you. 623-688-0663. The other thing that I asked you too at the break is, if somebody already had a system, how many times could you find that you could save that person more money?
Oh, like I said, it's not quite half, but it's probably about 40% of the time when we go out and do an assessment, we find that we can actually help the consumer by doing add-ons or repairing an inverter that went out, or something's just not reading.
And you don't even know it's out, because
Yeah.
how would you know?
Yeah.
Especially if you don't do maintenance.
Exactly. The only way that you would probably know is because you called me because your bill is not reduced, and you think that it's a waste of money. We can come out, take a look at it, do maintenance on it, get it back and running 100% to offset those costs.
What is usually what you find in most homes, that is the first thing that you say, this is where it at, is you're losing money here?
If I go over, let's say in the afternoon, at noontime, and they got the stove going, and they're running hot water, the air conditioning's on, those are all during peak times. So you're paying basically double what you would in off-peak times, and what solar can help you save.
You know, interesting that you say that, because just before I came here, I had forgot to put the clothes in the dryer. And I was like, oh my God, I can't put it on now, because if I do, it's gonna go into the bad time and I'll have to pay triple or double or whatever it is. Well, if you have solar though, you don't have to worry about that.
No, man, you can live a life of luxury on peak hours.
And does it truly give you the life of luxury?
I think it does. When it's 120 degrees out and I'm not super cooling my house in the morning down to 72, it's not going to stay cool with 110 degrees out there. I want my AC running all day.
Now, do you do, like, I think I've asked August this before, or whoever it was, maybe Dakota, flat roofs, and because everybody has all different kinds of roofs now.
Yeah, there's all kinds. There's high pitch, so on and so forth. We can put it on a rail system. We can ground mount it. If there's no room on your roof or whatever, and you have some property, we can put it on the ground.
So the whole point is to call them and have a consultation with them, so they can show you how they can save you more money on a bill that you should not have to pay that much money for.
Exactly.
And I'll tell you something, folks, everybody knows when you get your bill, especially in the summer. Like right now, we're like looking at it with one eye, right?
Oh yeah.
It comes in and you're, okay, it's here, it's gonna be a little bit better because, you know, maybe you didn't have your air conditioning off
Right.
for maybe a week.
Oh, this time of year, I'm saving money left and right. The only thing I have on is ceiling fans just to keep the cool air going.
Exactly.
I got all the doors and windows open.
And so you can, first of all, you'd be able to, you know, look at your bill all the time and be really happy that, I mean, how much do you usually save? How much do they save on a
It
system?
usually depends. I mean, I believe SRP and APS is a little different. I'm not 100% sure, but I want to say it's about 60% or more savings on your utility bill.
But what we really wanna get you at is these two things. Number
Mhm.
one, it's not about just putting the solar panels on. That's the
Correct.
last thing that you have to worry about. The first thing you wanna worry about is let them come in and do a consultation for you and assess the home, find out where are you losing money, where can we save better
Exactly.
on different things for you so that you get more out of your solar panels
Mhm.
before you even put them on.
No, and it makes perfect sense. If you're losing money in your attic because you got poor insulation or whatever, it's a cheap fix. Put in some more insulation, caulk your windows, put on timers, evaluate your system at that time. You may not need a 10,000 K system.
So I was gonna ask you this, but, and I thought maybe I should wait, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say somebody maybe is not ready to go solar.
Okay.
But they want you to come in and they want you to do that assessment because they wanna save money no matter what.
Mhm.
Can they do that?
They would call and set up an appointment, and if we did have free time to go out there and take a look at it, that's fine.
But you're looking for the whole gamut.
Yeah, because our guys are busy. I mean, we're busy right now because that 30% incentive is ending at the end of this year. So we're pretty busy putting on new installations and stuff.
And the reason why is because number one, they're gonna help you save more money because they're gonna help you in your house save all the money that you
Mhm.
need inside there
Mhm.
before we even go up on the roof to put the panels up.
Exactly.
And on the other thing that's really important too is that 30% tax credit is going bye-bye. And that's the end of this year. And
Yep.
you still have time, you said up until December 31st
Yes, ma'am.
to be able to get in on this, so give them a call. And maybe it's you, maybe it's someone that you know.
Mhm.
That's what networking's all about. Tell them about this, that you heard this. Especially where else but on Networking Arizona are you gonna hear that the 30% tax credit is going away?
No.
Not everybody's talking about it except here.
Exactly.
So I'm glad that you are, because that's the information that people need to hear.
Mhm.
And again, if you're buying a house, right, if you're doing a new build,
Mhm.
if you have an existing, it doesn't matter, they wanna come in, they wanna help all the electrical stuff on the inside,
Mhm, mhm.
help you save more money on a bill that you're paying way too much for.
Correct.
So again, that number is 623-688-0663. They're statewide, they're rated with the Better Business Bureau. They do free consultations. They're licensed, bonded, and insured. You can check them out on their website. It's ADHSolar.com. What are your final words?
Final words, if you're thinking about getting solar, definitely give us a call, but please go out and get as many quotes as you can. We encourage that. Nobody's gonna beat us.
There you go, folks. They said it. And the best thing to do is to give them a call, have them do that consultation with you, get in on this 30% tax credit because it's going away at the end of the year. Again, 623-688-0663. It's ADHSolar.com.